Welcome to the Vitality Vibe Lab. I'm Laura Schwindt, a mindset and leadership coach rooted in positive psychology. This space is for thoughtful professionals and high performers who want success that actually feels as good as it looks. Most conversations about achievement focus on productivity, performance, and revenue. But the deeper truth is this: your internal state shapes everything you create. Here we explore vibeology, the intersection of vitality, nervous system leadership, mindset, and meaningful success. Short wisdom transmissions for leaders who want clarity without burnout and impact that's truly sustainable. Because long before anyone reads your resume, your vibe enters the room first. Welcome to the lab. I spent nearly 3 decades standing at the chair, and I almost lost myself doing it. And not because dentistry itself is bad, but because nobody ever taught me what was actually happening inside my body every single time I walked through that clinic door. So if you're a dentist, you already know the numbers. 82% of us have reported significant burnout. Over half have considered leaving the profession. And the advice we typically get? Take a vacation, set better boundaries, hire an associate or more team members. And here's the problem with that advice. It treats the symptom. And burnout is not a symptom. Burnout is a signal. So here's what's actually happening when you show up to a packed schedule, a short-staffed team, 3 emergency add-ons, and a patient who already is terrified before you even say hello. Your nervous system, the same biological system running every organ in your body, it shifts into survival mode. And it does this not because you're weak, not because you're failing, but because that's what it's designed to do under a sustained threat. So you see, this isn't a mindset problem. This isn't a discipline problem. This is your biology. And you were never trained to work with your nervous system, only to override it. So what most high-performing dentists are living inside and don't have a name for is cognitive overdrive, and it has a cost. My turning point came when I realized I wasn't burned out necessarily from working too hard. I was burned out because I had completely disconnected from myself. I had trained my body to go numb, to deliver precision care for 8 hours while suppressing every signal that said, hey, this is too much. I thought that was professionalism. And what it actually was my nervous system in chronic freeze. When I finally started doing some somatic work, I learned to actually feel what was happening in my body in real time. And everything changed. Not just my career, but my relationships, my leadership, the way I moved through the world. And a big shout out to my very first coach who supported me with this. So embodied leadership, which is the approach I now teach, is not about being necessarily softer or slower. It's about being more precise. When you develop nervous system awareness, you stop making decisions from a dysregulated brain. You stop leading from fear, from people-pleasing, from imposter syndrome, from shutdown. You lead from clarity, your North Star. And here's the irony. The precision and discipline that made you an excellent clinician, those qualities don't disappear when you step into this type of leadership. They only get amplified when you're rooted in your body instead of anxiety. So this is what dental school never taught us, that you are not just a brain operating a pair of hands. You are a whole nervous system walking into high-stakes situation every single day without a single tool for what that costs you. So if you're a dentist who feels stuck, numb, or like you've built a life that doesn't quite fit anymore, I want you to hear this. Number 1, you're not alone. And number 2, this is not a personal flaw. This is a training gap, and it is one that you can fill. So I put together a free guide. It's called the North Star Recalibration Mini Guide, and it's linked below. It's the first step, getting clear on where your energy, your work, and your sense of self actually stand right now. Just start there. And if this resonated, subscribe, because this channel exists for one reason: to show dentists that success can feel as good as it looks. I'm Dr. Laura Schwindt, and this is Embodied Leadership. I'll see you next week. Cheers. Thanks for stepping into the lab with me today. If this session added something useful to your toolkit, like, subscribe, or pass it along to a fellow explorer. And until next time, tend your vitality. Everything grows from there.